Assalamu alaikum. I am Hadiqa Noor from the VIII-O school. I will be your general science teacher. I am completing my doctorate from University of Karachi CEMB in molecular marine biology, and my mitochondrial DNA work is being submitted in the National Center of Biotechnology in USA. As far as it is concerned with the 8th grade biology, the VIII-O school gives the base to all the students to settle their foundation of natural sciences for their O1. We do not start our biology, chemistry, physics directly in the O-levels classes. We give you a complete knowledge of the basic sciences, that is basically biology, chemistry, physics, in the grade 8. As you all know that the grade 8 is the bridge. It is the interface between your lower secondary education and towards the O-level as well. So you will have a blend of multi-dimension of natural sciences from in the general sciences in the VIII-O school. We will be focusing on these three main sections. As you all know that scientists observe a lot of things that is happening in the world, and then they give a conclusion, the results according to the logics and facts. So that blend, the study, the learning material you will definitely have in the general sciences classes in the grade 8. Our syllabus is intense, but in this lecture we'll be continuing from the introduction of sciences of all the domains and the general science for grade 8. Let's start the presentation. Assalamu alaikum students. So today we are going to have an introduction of general science. We are going to study the whole year, and I welcome you all in the new class. These are the courseworks we are going to study in natural sciences, biology, chemistry and physics. What is the scope of this course? So basically, the Cambridge O-Level Combined Science Syllabus develops learners' basic scientific abilities in physics, chemistry and biology. It develops knowledge and understanding of basic scientific concepts and principles, as well as the ability to handle information and solve problems. There is no practical examination, but learners will gain experience of the study and practice of science through experimental work in the class or sometimes in the virtual lab. As a result, Cambridge O-Level Science Syllabus equips learners with a general understanding of science and provides an ideal basis for the further study of pure or applied sciences or for science-focused vocational courses. The strategy we will be following in our DLP are these. First, we will be having a lecture in online classes, then related to any video of science, my recorded lecture will be available, and then if required, I will be recording a virtual lab activity and will share with you. If it is needed, if advanced reading assignments are needed, so I will definitely give it to you on Google Classrooms or in our online meetings. Writing tasks in journal are already being escalated by hard copies of DLPs, and evaluation will be done by online Google Forms. So basically, what is science? How critical thinking is related to science? What are the scientific processes? We will learn in this presentation. Branch of science and its subdivisions. Also, basically, it is not always natural sciences. It is always social sciences and pure versus applied sciences as well. What we are going to study in the 8th grade is the general science, which will be dealing with the natural sciences. Whenever the word of science comes in your mind, what you probably recall, either a fat textbook, white lab coats or microscopes, or an astronomer peering through a telescope, Einstein's equation is scribbled on chalkboard, or the launch of the space shuttle, or maybe with the bubbling beakers. All those images reflect some aspect of science, but none of them provides a full picture, because science has so many sides. So basically, science is a systematic study that builds and organizes knowledge in the form of testable explanations and predictions about the universe. As you know that there are so many events happening in our earth, so in simple words, we can say that an organized way of studying and finding answers to the question
through logical, critical and practical procedures and then compiling them and concluding them. So how can we relate critical thinking in science? The application of logical principles, rigorous standard of evidence and careful reasoning to the analysis and discussion of claims, beliefs and issues. As you know that now things have been changed. We do not have to learn everything superficially. So we have to learn the core. That if we are studying, observing something, so we have to observe it keenly that why that thing has happened. This is called as critical thinking, and by supporting the, you can say, our statement with evidences as well. It involves constantly asking questions, examining information and figuring out conclusions too. Critical thinking is a method that helps us in understanding logics. It develops a deep understanding of the concept. So what is a scientific process? It is basically starting with the observation. If you remember the Newton's behavior when he observed the apple fallen on his head, it was not the first apple which fell on his head. What did he do? He observed. Then hypothetically, he did some experiments, and then in the end result, he said, okay, it fell due to gravity. So everything in science starts with the observation or a question. And with the passage of time, it becomes a theory or law. There are many branches of science: abstract science, social science, natural science. If we are talking about the magnitude in numbers, so it is abstract science. For example, mathematics. If we are talking about the social activity, so we are talking about sociology or economics. What if I am talking about nature of a study, which is related to life? So it is the natural science. Now, pure science is basically the extension of knowledge which is already present in the world. We are only discovering it. It is pure science. The science which has the benefits for mankind comes under the domain of applied sciences. For example, I discovered America. America was not created by me. It was already there, but I discovered it. So it is a pure science. But what if I apply many technologies in America and make it a superpower in the world? So now I have applied sciences and it has enhanced its technology for the benefit of mankind. The divisions of natural sciences are basically biology, chemistry and physics, geology and astronomy as well. So what is biology? Biology is the study of life. It has three major domains: zoology, botany and microbiology. As you can read from here, the study of animals, zoology; the study of plants, botany; the study of microscopic organisms, microbiology. And there are further subdomains of biology, for example, morphology, anatomy, histology, cell biology, physiology, genetics and many more. Now, we have some other sciences as well. For example, geology, the study of earth; astronomy, the study of the celestial objects; meteorology, the study of atmosphere; oceanography, the study of ocean. Another one, chemistry. In chemistry, we deal with the study of composition and structure properties of the matter. So it has furthermore branches like physical chemistry, organic and inorganic chemistry. And there are many other branches: biochemistry, nuclear chemistry, analytical chemistry and many more. In physics, we study that matter, its motion, behavior through space and time and the related entities of energy and force. It has a lot of branches. For example, thermodynamics, light, sound, atomic physics, nuclear physics, plasma physics and many more. Now, let's think about it. If I chose science, so how can I apply it in my daily life as a career? Working in science and technology can pull you in many different directions. For example, you can be a forensic science technician. You can be a medical student. You can be a microbiologist. You can be a computer and information research. You can work as a computer hardware engineer. You can be an epidemiologist. Epidemiologist is a person who examines the injuries and studies about the diseases. So it was all about today. I hope you have learned that why science is important for us and how many career options can we have later. Thank you so much.
I hope you have learned a very good introduction of science from the presentation, and you have learned that where do we study, how do we study in biology, chemistry, and physics, what do we study in these branches. And if you have any queries related to this video, please post your queries in Google Classrooms. Until then, Allah Hafiz, Jazakallah.